These ladies made us love red. Welcome to Slightly Dangerous, and today we're counting down our picks for the most popular redheads of Golden Era Hollywood. For this list, we've looked at actresses that were especially successful and influential throughout the decades of the 30s, 40s, and 50s.
Seems so when you lay helpless without your sword.
It was an accident.
Accident?
Few and far between, these women stood out from the bunch. Whether naturally red or dyed, as long as these women had red tresses, we've included them on our list. Number 10, Arlene Dahl.
I can't conceal it. I love you so much.
This Midwestern actress had a last name pronounced Dahl, and that she was. She achieved stardom in the 1950s and as the leading lady in MGM vehicles. Before obtaining roles in stage plays, Dahl worked as a model in New York and was the face of Rheingold beer.
That you will know just as soon as I have brought you to the city.
The red-haired starlet signed a film contract in 1947 and began featuring as a lead in a variety of B films, including dramas, comedies, and adventure movies.
Pardon me, sir. You Major Drummond?
Along with having an active film career, Arlene formed multiple companies. Quite a rare feat for a woman of that time. She started a syndicated beauty column that ran for 20 years and a successful marketing company.
But we're not some other place, Captain.
Later on, the Minnesotan beauty would study astrology and write an associated column. Additionally, Dahl operated a phone line company and wrote more than 12 books. Number 9, Moira Shearer.
Yes, you're quite right.
This dancer turned actress achieved international fame with her role in the 1948 ballet drama The Red Shoes. A skilled dancer from Britain, she trained at the Royal Ballet School and the Nicolas Legat Studio. Moira's exceptional dancing and acting skills caught the attention of casting directors for The Red Shoes, as the movie would have a 15-minute dance sequence.
But first, I must ask you the same question. What do you want from life? To live?
To dance.
Even though this was the British beauty's first film role, it brought her recognition in the dancing and acting worlds. The film was praised for its use of color, and the fact that her hair was red like the title further increased the impact of the film. The Red Shoes was nominated for 5 Oscars and won 2 for Best Original Score and Best Art Direction.
Something will have to be done about the music.
Its impact was so big that it made ballet more commercially popular. It even influenced Gene Kelly to include the ballet in his classic movie, An American in Paris.
Good morning, Mr. Laverdale.
Good morning, Rita. Boy, look here, we must do something about this foreground piece here.
However, this huge success was hard for Moira to follow up, and her only role to come close was in 1960's Peeping Tom. Number 8, Greer Garson.
Thank you very much, but I'd rather have this dance.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You see, it belongs to my fiancé.
Oh, go ahead and dance with me.
This British icon was one of America's top 10 box office draws in the 1940s. She mainly portrayed elegant and intelligent characters in serious dramas. Unusually rare, Garson was already in her mid-30s when she came to Hollywood. This lovely leading lady was originally from Manor Park, London. After being discovered by the head of MGM, she moved to America.
Lottie dear, show the gentleman your vaccination. Why, certainly.
Greer wasn't cast in any films the first year and a half of her attendance at the studio, since Louis B. Mayer wanted to find a role suitable for Greer, and because she refused to play supporting characters. She would make up for lost time with her first film, Goodbye, Mr. Chips, which garnered her an Oscar nomination.
If I had a child, I'd keep it in spite of...
In spite of what?
Throughout her career, she would receive a record 7 Oscar nominations, 5 for acting, and all in the Best Actress category. Number 7, Susan Hayward.
I'll love you always, Dan. Always.
This fiery redhead was nicknamed the Brooklyn Bombshell, and she worked as a swimsuit model in her early years in Hollywood. She would become known for playing heroic women battling hardships and catastrophes.
I'm not very good at this.
You'll get more practice later. Right in here, as a matter of fact.
Susan spent years starring in forgettable roles before finally breaking through with top performances in some of the decade's best dramas. Her breakthrough came with a noteworthy performance as an alcoholic in Smash Up, The Story of a Woman.
I first saw Uriah on our wedding day when my father brought me to his house.
More critical and commercial success came with her portrayal of a convicted murderer facing execution. The Brooklyn Wonder was nominated the Best Actress Oscar 5 times, but finally won in 1958 for her depiction in I Want to Live. Number 6. Jeanette MacDonald. Jeanette introduced opera to mass audiences as a leading songstress in 1930 musicals and as one of the most influential sopranos ever. Her impressive vocal range was close to 3 octaves. Rising to fame in musical romantic comedies, she demonstrated superior singing ability, and her off-screen romance with frequent co-star Nelson Eddy enhanced the magic she gave on the silver screen. They would be nicknamed America's Sweethearts and praised by audiences.
Yes?
Oh, yes.
She made numerous recordings, regular radio appearances, and entertained at concerts. Her amazing voice would go on to inspire future singers. Number 5. Anne Sheridan.
I'll have to heat test you first.
One of the most forgotten actresses of Golden Era Hollywood and one of the era's top sex symbols. She was discovered in 1938 after her sister sent her swimsuit photo to Paramount Studios.
Meet somebody you like it. Seems like you've known him a long time.
Nobody's known me a long time.
At age 19, the eye-catching beauty made her film debut and played uncredited bit parts for 2 years. The young actress was also used as a body double and once stated, "I used to go to Grumman's Chinese or Pantages and sit there waiting to see my faceless body on the screen." Her breakthrough role would be in Angels with Dirty Faces alongside James Cagney and Humphrey Bogart.
It's easy to see what a person's been, Will. It's much tougher to find out what they want to be.
Anne was a skilled actress and showed much depth while featuring in many of the era's successful dramas. She also demonstrated strong comedic abilities in the movies The Man Who Came to Dinner and I Was a Male War Bride.
Say, wise guy, stop trying to prove the hand's quicker than the eye.
Anne was a major sex symbol. At the height of her fame, she received as many as 250 marriage proposals a week. She received the nickname of the Oomph Girl because this supposedly was the sound men made when they saw her. Number 4. Deborah Kerr. This red-headed wonder got her start starring in productions at the renowned Cambridge Theatre in London. In Hollywood, Deborah's British accent and manner led to a succession of roles portraying reserved English ladies.
There's a great deal of truth in what you said.
Dyeing her red hair into a startling blonde and wearing revealing clothing, she was able to successfully depart from typecasting. For her sensual performance as an adulterous wife in From Here to Eternity, she received a Best Actress Oscar nomination. This movie also birthed one of the most famous scenes in cinematic history. Her 1956 musical, The King and I, was a critical and commercial success and inspired the 1999 animated remake. While her film Affair to Remember remains popular with audiences because it paired 2 of Hollywood's biggest stars, Cary Grant being her male lead in the tragic story of a love affair halted by a disastrous accident. Number 3. Maureen O'Hara.
You don't really believe that. You might catch cold.
This famous redhead became known for playing fierce heroines in westerns and adventure films. She was outspoken and as tough as her male counterparts, shown fighting, shooting, and horse riding along with the men.
Come here. Crowd in my act, you jealous little pig.
Her impressive career started with a screen test, landing her roles in Jamaica Inn and The Hunchback of Notre Dame. From there, she was given a contract by RKO Pictures, leading to a remarkable career, starring in the studio's thrilling adventure films. She starred in so many color films that she gained the title the Queen of Technicolor.
There's nothing to buy in all Jamaica.
She also became known for her on-screen pairings with John Wayne. Starring in 5 films together, the two were so synonymous that audiences believed them an actual couple.
You know, my dear, you should be my prime minister.
Number 2. Lucille Ball. Arguably the most famous redhead of all time, Lucille had been in show business 22 years before becoming a TV icon. Her career began in 1929 when she landed work as a model. During these early years, Ball did a lot of physical comedy and stunts that she would later use on her show. Through the 1930s, she maintained a career with chorus girl parts and co-starring roles. When she did lead in films, it was often in second B-rate films, earning her the nickname Queen of the Bees.
You have to wear these? Oh no, I just wear them to impress my pupils.
In 1937, she dyed her hair to her now famous hair hue when she began appearing in color films. Lucille helped pave the way for women in the entertainment industry by being one of the few women who produced and starred in her own show. She also would become the first woman to run a major television studio, Desilu Productions, which produced many popular television series including Star Trek and Mission Impossible. Number 1. Rita Hayworth.
It sounds wonderful. Where are you?
Coined the Love Goddess because she was one of the most glamorous screen idols of the 1940s. Loved by male audiences, she became the number 1 pinup of the GIs during World War II.
And that suit! What could you expect?
What's wrong with my suit?
It's all right.
At age 16, she signed her first film contract and performed a dance sequence in the film Dante's Inferno. To expand her appeal and end her typecasting as an exotic, she began lightening her hair in stages starting in 1939 until reaching her trademark color. Adept in ballet, tap, and ballroom dance, her movies often included dance numbers. This Spanish beauty was the first of 6 actresses who shared the screen with Gene Kelly and Fred Astaire.
Up in the Klondike when they got Dan McGrew.
And Rita would say, "I never really thought of myself as a sex goddess. I felt I was more a comedian who could dance." Do you agree with our list?
Of course.
Which redheads from the golden era of Hollywood are your favorite?
She'll serve in the guard as my personal attendant.
I would rather lose my head.
Oh, that can be arranged too.
For more classic movie top 10s published every Friday, be sure to subscribe to Slightly Dangerous.
And you'll drink tea because you like it.